These poems are dedicated to all those whose lives have been spent in bringing peace to this planet. Wherever you are, I bow my head. May peace be on this earth. We are all united with the thread of love. May each one of us realize the garland of life.
Grace. Grace is behind the sweetness of breath. One who is grateful in life will most likely experience grace. Grace comes from within. It is a precious state of being. One who has grace is full of love and compassion for all. Mankind is currently in intense strife. The wise man simply smiled, said life. He is full of grace and understands when to keep his mouth shut. Grace is all around. Yet do we have the eyes to see? We spend so much time looking externally that we have forgotten our true nature. Grace is a sight to behold. You are magnificent. You are full of infinite grace. Somehow along the way, we lost hold of our true essence. We got lost in survival mode. We thought the answer lies external, not internal. Grace was just what we said before, a precious meal. Our precious life comes from grace. A wise man focuses constantly on the power behind the breath. In that state, one enters the ocean of grace. The mind, body, and soul are in harmony. What a glorious state to be in. Grace is a gift for each and every breath we take. One can touch grace, and your life will change forever. One's attitude towards life will change in so many incredible ways. Duty versus consumers. Most indigenous people have an oath of duty. They promise to sustain Mother Earth. One will never take more than what they need. In our societies, we are consumers. Anything goes. That is a huge difference. When it comes to our health, we follow the commercials on TV. If it's on TV, then it must not be harmful to the body. Eating junk food is the norm. I have a friend who smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. He only drinks soda. He is still quite young. Over time, his body will revolt. The disease will come in. He will go to a doctor and expect him to prescribe a magic pill. He expects to keep on performing the same lifestyle without any modifications. The commercials on TV keep on coming. They know their product is harmful, yet it's a national brand. Famous people throughout the century have been in their commercials. These commercials are heartfelt and at times bring a person to tears. Yet the product shouldn't be on the market. Millions of products shouldn't be sold if we want a healthy life. That will only change when we develop a sense of duty for the land and a healthy lifestyle. Until then, this madness will go on for centuries. This is again why I say the spiritual path is the most practical path. One fine-tunes the guitar of life. The other is oblivious to the laws of nature and harmony. Look at our medical system today. We spend more money on our health insurance than any country, yet we are not even close to being number one. Our healthcare system is sinking. It's more of a sick-based system. Preventative medicine should be the norm. Most people don't even make it a priority. A wise man gathers wisdom and understands the importance of fine-tuning the guitar of life. Find your refuge within. When you're down and out, find your refuge within. When life is going your way, find your refuge within. When you see people flaming on Facebook, find your refuge within. When you're laughing and playing with your kids or grandkids, find your refuge within. In the midst of working in this world, find your refuge within. In the midst of sleeping, find your refuge within. When you are walking in nature, find your refuge within. When driving on the freeway of life, find your refuge within. While looking up at the stars at night, find your refuge within. While praying during a crisis, find your refuge within. When you are ever so happy, find your refuge within. When you're down in the dumps, find your refuge within. A wise man understands that in each and every moment, one takes refuge within. We all have that refuge inside of us. The warranty of your inner car. What in the world is the warranty of your inner car? You buy a car, it has a warranty. Let's say 5 years. Mostly, I say mostly, if something fails, the car dealer will fix it. Not all the time. Now, hear me out. We are born. We have this incredible car. It may have some birth defects, but the same power keeping you alive is keeping the universe alive. Unfortunately, our car spends most of its life locked in a dusty garage. This car was meant to be driven on the freeway of life. We spend thousands of dollars buying and maintaining our external cars. The US spent billions to almost no avail for our healthcare system. Preventative medicine is not the norm. Most of society has no clue there's an inner garage with the most incredible car that exists. This is your spin on the freeway of life. You could call this living in harmony. Life becomes a blessing, not a curse. Remember, this car is meant to be driven in your everyday life. It can handle all the potholes you encounter along the way. Your freeway of life is constantly changing. Nothing is constant, yet we hold on for dear life. Someday, the warranty of your car will expire. Nobody can escape death. The wise man dies daily, and death is no surprise. You can solve this puzzle if you want. If you are smart enough to be alive, you're smart enough to find the answer inside of you. Worship. Prayer is one talking to God. Meditation is God communicating with you. Mind you, without words. Christ said the kingdom of heaven exists inside of you. There are thousands of external places to worship God. Yet inside of you lies the greatest place to worship God. It is custom built inside of you. You were born to discover this sacred place. We are going from darkness to light. When we light our internal candles, we can help light others. Kindness is a manifestation that comes from within. Kindness is our true nature. We can stop the anger in this world by being kind to each other. All the great masters were kind to each other and humanity. They did not argue and fight with each other. Yes, they had different points of view. There are millions of different kinds of flowers. Each one is created special and unique. You are magnificent. You are created in the image of your Creator. And each and every moment, the power of love is keeping you alive. Behind your breath lies the answer. Your breath is holy and sacred. When you stop breathing, you are no longer alive. Yet, we are unaware of this. We have forgotten this sacred fact. No wonder we feel so disconnected, because in essence we are. Our lives are only focused externally. We must do both. When one has focused externally and internally, a state of harmony will exist. One will smile at the obstacles in life. There is nothing to say or prove. We will all make mistakes. That is how we learn and grow in life. The Fool. In the ancient courts of yester, there existed the fool. The fool was the court jester. He entertained everyone. He would be like a Johnny Carson today. Mind you, a lot of subtle truth was there. He performed a lot of parody. Mind you, he could get away with murder, so to speak. He could say things that if you and I said them, we would be put to death. I'm not sure how far the fool could go on this. The fool must be conscious and aware of how far he could go. Even the fool understood that anyone was fair game. Yet there was intense limits. Each court had its unspoken words. Yet the court gesture made you think when he made you laugh. There's a very subtle meaning behind the jokes he said. When you laughed, it made you contemplate what was being said. There was truth behind his words. Today we have Saturday Night Live and many others. They carry on the tradition. Parody is the means to subtly expose the truth about an incident. Now, not all parody is truth. At times it is cruel and unkind. In my eyes, if done from a state of kindness, it is quite funny. From a state of anger, it is quite cruel. The full state of mind determines the outcome. The fool at times dictates the state of his mind to the audience. He can be used for darkness or light. It's a two-edged sword. Therefore, the fool's state is extremely important for the benefit of his audience. He knows he has an important message to deliver. You could say, if done right, he was an incredible channel for his time. Divine and funny messages came to him. He was a philosopher of his time. Who knows when this tradition ended? It was fun while it lasted. The inner gurus. I found this in some Buddhist texts. It is part of a prayer that some Buddhists say every day. Ablaze with the lights of the five colors. In essence, they are the four gurus. The innate guru. That is the primordial residence, radiance of your own mind. Experience guru, my ability to learn from my day-to-day life. The instruction guru, my ability to integrate whatever Dharma wisdom I have encountered throughout my life. The root guru, whatever living masters I have met and from whom I received Dharma transmission and also inspiration. The Buddhists have been studying the divine essence of the mind for thousands of years. Our true state of mind is this true essence. How incredible life would be if we consciously embraced the gurus within. Just one of these could change your life forever. My ability to learn from my day-to-day life instead of humanity sinking deeper and deeper into chaos. The innate guru, that is the primordial radiance of my own mind. In that state, one would be kind in each and every moment. One would just smile at life without flaming the other. A person would learn how to put his internal garbage on the internal bonfire within, thereby turning his anger into love. Millions of people are flaming one another on social media, expecting the other person to change his mind. Some people think it's funny to flame others. They get a big kick out of it. The wise man says, purify your mind. Your mind contains dust. Your mirror contains dust, so you can't see your true nature. Dust off your inner mirror, and you will see your inner brilliance. Modern day scientists are saying the same thing. One can learn to rewire the inner circuits. What do you think about this? Stoking the fire. Which fire are you stoking? We are all stoking fires in each and every moment. There's a fire of negative. This fire stokes anger, lying, deceit upon the land. There is a fire of positive. This fire stokes bliss, kindness, patience, love, and compassion upon the land. We all at some given moment stoke these two fires. None of us are perfect, yet we can strive to improve ourselves. We can be aware of our thoughts and actions. What is greater, a person who prays to God and yet his actions stoke the fire of negativity? He could care less about how his actions affect others. The other person simply smiles at life. He has nothing to say or prove. He won't get into a shouting match. This world could be in a better place if we all did this. Currently, the truth is fiction, and fiction is truth for many people. When a lie is told over and over again, people will believe it. Not only believe it, but follow through with violent actions. Many people still believe the Capitol riot was a walk in the park. It was a peaceful demonstration. Some party is totally against finding out what really happened that day. If the other party was responsible for that dreadful day, they would be up in arms. An eagle needs 2 wings to fly. When we stroke the fire with kindness, true wisdom is obtained. When we stroke the fire with anger and falsehood, we are living in an illusion. It's like an emperor with no clothes. We think nobody can truly see we are naked, so we continue with this charade. Our democratic system is imperiled. The ones in power want to stay in power. They will do anything to remain in power, even if it will bring democracy to its knees. just one step away. Never give up on your dreams. You are at times just one step away. At times, the closer you get to your goal, it seems like an eternity away. The first step was easy. At some point, the mind comes in and says, you should give up your goal. It happens to almost everybody pursuing their dreams. Yet at that precise moment, one should smile and realize, I'm getting ever so close. These are called tricks of the trade. Many mystics have studied the mental states of the mind. The mind is your best friend, yet it must be trained. A dog is your best friend, and it must be trained. Nobody likes an unruly dog that wakes up the neighbors in the middle of the night. The more you train your mind, the happier one will be. One who lives in the center of the hurricane has a calm mind. Most of us are like leaves scattered in the winds of the mind. A dream must be born. Nobody knows exactly when that will happen. One who is calm and lives in the center of the hurricane is patient. One knows that patience is the key. Perseverance is another vital force. Perseverance and being completely calm help in the incubation period of your particular dream. A wise man pays attention to these vital points within. That is the primordial radiance of my own mind. The experience grew my ability to learn from my day-to-day life. The instruction grew my ability to integrate whatever Dharma wisdom I have encountered throughout my life. In this state, one can most certainly manifest your dreams. One is in harmony with yourself and the universe. There's no inner conflict or blocks. Ponder this over. Take your life to the next level in the video game of life. A kinder world. We all want a kinder world. We all want a safe world for our kids and grandkids. In order for the world to be kinder, you must be kinder. You are a piece of the puzzle in life. As a nation, we are a collective consciousness. Our current day politics represents our subconscious mind. It seems like the whole world is in chaos. Our lives are upside down. Nothing makes sense. This COVID thing has really caused so much havoc on the land. Despite all this, we can be kinder to each other. Kindness is the answer to all our problems. A kind person will listen to your point of view without flaming you. A kind person won't seek revenge. We had administration that used revenge as a weapon. It still continues today. Many leaders will bend the truth so they can stay in power. If they don't, revenge will be coming your way. A kind person doesn't get involved with petty politics. A person has no ethics or morals shouldn't be in office. Our political system is a manifestation of our collective awareness. A kinder person will want a kinder person to be elected. A kinder person who gets elected will work for the benefit of all instead of the party and its views. By the way, this is the United States of America. Our great eagle needs two wings to fly. Once again, I say the spiritual life is the most practical life. One who is constantly fine-tuning the guitar of life is the wise person. How kind are you in life? What are practical ways for you to help and assist the world around you? Does flaming your fellow man on Facebook solve anything? Peace on earth begins with you. A kinder world will be here if you reach for it within you.